Hey guys, what's happening? I'm Jim. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back to my Luminar AI Getting Started tutorial. This is episode number 5 and today I'm talking about templates. And templates are basically the replacement and a new revision, for lack of a better word, to what used to be known as looks or presets. And they basically give you a one-click edit to your photo. Now, to be clear, I don't look at them as a one-click solution. It's a one-click edit, which for me is a starting point. The thing I like about templates, well, there's a couple of things. The first one is they are based upon the idea of AI. So they use AI, a recommendation engine, for lack of a better word, underneath the templates. And what it does is it scans and recognizes the contents of your photo and suggests templates that may be good looks for that specific photo based on the content. So if you give it a portrait, it'll suggest portrait templates. And if you give it a landscape, it'll suggest landscape templates. So that's one thing I like about it. The second thing is because they offer different options and ideas in terms of what they suggest, it gives me good ideas about different creative paths that I can take. So I may end up editing a photo completely differently because I used a template versus what I might normally do on my own. So in other words, it just sort of opens up the creative possibilities and gives me suggestions that, again, I may not come up with by myself. So that's what templates do. If you're in the catalog and you have a photo, you can click on templates and you will see this section here for this photo, and it basically suggests or recommends different template packs that have templates that should apply and hopefully look good on your photo. Now, again, you kind of audition these. You click on the overcast category and you go through and you click on them and it'll apply it to the photo. Some look great, some may not necessarily look great, but you have the option to go through quickly and just basically, like I said, audition. That's kind of cool, actually. Audition different templates for your photos. I kind of like this backlit clouds, but I'm also going to go over here and check this waterscapes template and see what it suggests. Deadly Reef is actually pretty interesting. Let's check out Cold Currents. I like that, probably a little bit too blue, but that's okay. Templates are not forcing you to stay the way the template is created. In other words, you have the ability to take the template and customize or edit further. Soft Fix, I'm gonna look at that. Let me look at Deep Focus. Okay, I like Deep Focus quite a bit. Now here's a thing to know. Down here in the bottom corner, you have a slider, and that's the opacity slider. So that will basically turn down or back up the intensity of that template on your photo. So as I drag this to the left, you will see that the intensity is fading, and all the way to the left, of course, is back to my original photo. Maybe I like this, but I want to go somewhere in between. I can just adjust that to taste. I'm going to leave it at 100 for now. There's also this heart icon. I've already got it clicked, and that's basically a way to fave your template. So if I unclick that, it's no longer faved, and if I do click it, it is faved. These three dots, if you click on that, you can hit Reset Adjustments, which will take you back to zero edit being applied to your photo. In other words, you wipe the template from being applied. Or Edit. If you click Edit, it'll take you into the Edit tab, which you can also do if you just click on Edit itself. Now there's a couple of other things to know. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's click on Edit and go ahead and say, hey, I want to make some further edits to this photo. Once you come over here, you can see these little dots next to the names of the tools that have been used by this template. You can come in and even if they're used, you can change or enhance them further. So you can, and I'm just kind of making it up here. I don't have an edit plan for this photo, but you can come in here and make adjustments. Maybe I don't want structure. Maybe I want to go for a softer look like that and maybe make it even dreamier by boosting it. Maybe I want to bump up the vibrance a little bit, and maybe I want to add something like golden hour to kind of pop some of that warmer color. And there you go. I think I have a pretty nice look here. And you can see at the bottom where the template name is, it now says Deep Focus Edited. Now if you click on those three dots, you have the Save icon or the Save option. I'm going to click on Save, and when I do that, it will save it in my user templates, which I'll show you now. And actually while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and click the heart and fave it because I actually like this look quite a bit. So let's go back over to templates and let's talk about the user templates and things like that. So in the templates panel, you have all these things that you've seen before. And by the way, you can click through and apply a template from any category onto any photo. Just because this says portrait does not mean you're stuck using that only on portraits. I actually did a video applying portrait templates to street photos, and I think you can get some pretty fun, interesting, and cool results. So anyway, I've got the template panel open. I'm going to click over here to My Collection. So the templates is this little magic wand with the stars kind of around it, but the star icon itself is My Collection. If you click on that, you'll see that you have several different menu items here that are drop downs. The first one is Favorites. You click on that. There's my Deep Focus Edit, and here are some other ones that I've faved in the past. I liked dynamic result. There's deep focus, which I'd shown you earlier that I'd previously faved. Street theater, black and white streets. But I'm going to go back to deep focus edit because I really like that. Now when you're here, you can edit it further, you can rename it, delete it, or even show it in Finder. If you want to click Show in Finder, this will take you to show you where the various templates are that you create. I'm going to actually rename this and I'm going to call it Smooth Landscape. You just hit Enter when you're finished and there's Smooth Landscape. So that's my favorites folder. Now, if you purchase any templates and import them, which you can do over here in the File menu, click File, Add Luminar AI Template Collection. That will drop them into here. I've got a new collection that's coming out from Luminar called the Carbon Collection, and I can go through and choose those if I would like to apply them to this photo. I don't, I really like that look. You can go to User Templates, and hey, there's Smooth Landscape. Remember, it was Deep Focus Edit, but I renamed it to Smooth Landscape, and it's also faved. And once again, here's my menu by which I can edit, rename, etc. And the last piece to be aware of is legacy templates. I'm going to start with a different photo and show you an example of that. So legacy templates are basically your looks from Luminar 4, which are automatically imported and dropped into this category. So if you click on that, these are my various looks from two of my looks packs, Cityscapes and London Calling, that I created actually in Luminar 3 and also used in Luminar 4. You will note they are not in alphabetical order. They're also not categorized. That's a combination of two different looks packs, London Calling and Cityscapes, but there's not a way to categorize them. They just are there. Now let's say I want to apply one of these looks to this photo. I just click on it, and once again you also have the ability to delete it or fave it. So I'm going to click on Illusions of Integrity and stick that on the photo, and there you go. Now just for a second, I'm going to pop into Luminar 4 and show you something. Here's my Cityscapes preset pack, which I have right there, and I've chosen this preset, Illusions of Integrity. Now you may remember, and by the way, it doesn't look good on the photo, but that's not the point. You may remember in Luminar 4 that when they transitioned from 3 to 4, some tools/filters did not come over and they dropped into this little icon over here called deprecated. Now remember, the preset or look in Luminar 4 is made up of color, details, vignette, you've got dramatic, and over here you've got adjustable gradient, and then you've got some deprecated filters as well. The deprecated stuff doesn't show up in Luminar AI because it's not in the product, and for that matter, adjustable gradient isn't either. So let's go back to Luminar AI and you'll see that the photo looks different, and that's because some of the tools that are in Luminar 4 are not in Luminar AI. They're deprecated, which means they were going to die off anyway. After Luminar 4, they're gone. So if I go click on Edit and see what tools are in place here, you can see I've got color, details, vignette, and dramatic, but I don't have adjustable gradient because it's not there, and for that matter, the other ones that are on deprecated, color temp, structure, clarity, and tone, they don't even exist in Luminar AI. So my point to this is if you have looks from Luminar 4, which have automatically come over because they do and show up under legacy templates, they may not look the same in Luminar AI on the same photo as they would in Luminar 4. Again, the difference is because the tools are different. So I just wanted to point that out and make you aware of it. You can use looks, and some of these actually look fine. I've clicked through a number of these, and some of them look really good. But what I could do is I take this Illusions of Integrity, and I go to Edit, and now I could come in here and say, well, you know what I want to do? I want to add a little bit of Accent AI to brighten that up, actually maybe make it a little bit more vibrant, and maybe structure, I want to go a little bit left, smooth it out again. You know, again, I'm kind of making this up, and hey, I want to add a little bit of golden hour. And now I've got Illusions of Integrity edited. I can click Save. And now when I go back to Templates and go to User Templates, there's Illusions of Integrity Edit. So I've basically taken what came over as a look into this legacy template from Luminar 4, made some edits, and now have saved it as a user template and adjusted it for Luminar AI. And once again, I can rename that, edit it further, delete it, etc. So keep that in mind. You have some flexibility to adapt and adopt looks from Luminar 4 in Luminar AI, but again, everything is not the same because the product is different, and therefore the look the way it applies to a photo and looks on the photo in Luminar AI may appear different than it did in Luminar 4. So with that, that is my video about templates. I hope it's given you some ideas and some things to be aware of in using them in Luminar AI. I think templates are really cool. I love the recommendation engine. I love how it gives me creative ideas that I didn't have on my own. And I also like that the legacy template section is pre-populated and brings those over from Luminar 4. And of course, the fact that you can take those, adapt them for Luminar AI, and save them as a user template here in the new product. That covers templates, my friends. Hope it's given you some ideas, some things to be aware of, some things to think about, and mostly hope it inspires you to go have fun with Luminar AI. Thanks for watching. I'll see you really soon, and I'll be back with next episode in my tutorial series. Thanks for watching. See you soon, and adios.